What's up my loves, my name is Paige, this is Pages with Paige, and today we're going to be doing my September book haul. Hello my darlings, welcome to this video. Today I'm going to be talking through the 8 books that I acquired in the month of September. My numbers are up, but like, I did a whoopsie, okay? We'll talk through the stats and then I'll dive into what the books are. So like I said, I acquired 8 books. 1 of those I read in September and 7 are still unread. But I am hoping to fix 2 of those in October. 2 of them were gifts from Ash and the other 6 were arcs from his work. So that's where my whoopsie was. But I did only spend $0. They were all free. So I know Ash technically paid for 2 of them, but it wasn't my allocation and he kindly gifted to me as a present. So that was that. So my budget still remains at $329.89 spent, which is 55% of my yearly budget. And we are now in the last 3 months of the year. In terms of my reading, I read 4 books that were 2025 acquisitions and 4 that were backlist, bringing my yearly totals to reading 20 of my 2025 acquisitions and 69 backlist titles. So I'm trying to do 3 off to add 1 on. With 89 books right off my TBR, I could add 29 unread books, and I'm sitting at 18. This has gone up with these arcs, but I'm still super impressed with the numbers and being able to keep 3 off to add 1 on. And it's only down to 58%. It's no longer at the 60, but 58% read to 42% unread. And my TBR numbers went from 141 to 140. But honestly, I'm not even mad at it anymore because I feel like my TBR, I'm picking up things from it, but I'm not restricted by it. I can finally dive into some of those series that I've been super excited to start, or any library books that capture my attention. So I'm feeling really good about these numbers. And it's under 150 books on my TBR. Like, I'm good. So let's dive into the books. The first 2 I will talk about are the gifts. The first being Among the Burning Flowers by Samantha Shannon. Ash and I have really adored the Roots of Chaos series, so when this one came out, Ash had to pick it up. It is stunning and it's reasonably sized, which is lovely. This was the one that I did read in September for my whyyyyy new release. So we're following 3 different perspectives in this, and I don't want to speak too much because whilst it is an entry point into the Roots of Chaos series, if you've read Diary of the Orange Tree, the names will potentially ring some bells, so I'll talk more about it in my actual wrap-up rather than the haul. Then we have Hemlock and Silver by T. Kingfisher. I'm so excited! This is on my October TBR because I'm so excited. I just love T. Kingfisher's writing, and it's a Snow White retelling. Perfection. I don't know anything else aside from the fact that it's T. Kingfisher and a Snow White retelling. That's literally it. I'm going to go in blind and that's all I need, so sorry for the lack of detail. Then the 6 arcs. The first I got is Play Nice by Rachel Harrison, which is also on my October TBR. I've seen so many people pick this up and have it on their October TBR, and so I'm actually excited to be in on the know for once. I haven't read any Rachel Harrison before, but Cackle has always intrigued me. I am starting with the one that I'm like nervous about because it is a possessed house. And we have a protagonist who's an influencer and she's going back to renovate it and fix it up, but the house is fucked. So I'm like, how is this gonna work? I don't know, but it's on the list. I'm excited to get to it, and I'll be curious to see how those elements play together because I'm not read many books with influencers, so that will be an interesting thing to find out if I enjoy it in my books or not. Then I have We Love You Bunny by Mona Awad. This is the prequel sequel to Bunny. I wasn't going to pick it up, but then I saw that there was an arc and I was just like, I can't leave that sitting there. I don't know anything about what this involves. I just know that we're back in the world of Bunny, and if the first one was anything to go by, shit's gonna go down. So yes, I am very excited to have picked this up though. I was not wanting to because I don't think Bunny needs to be a sequel, but I'm like, we'll see what happens. And then yeah, I saw this arc and it's so cool, so I picked it up. Then I have Season of Fear by Emily Cooper. I don't know anything about this aside from the fact that it was a seductive lesbian romance that explores the power in being different and accepting who you are, which sounds like my shit. So I don't know anything else about, aside from that. Ava Reid had blurbed it, and so had Lyndall Clipstone, which I really enjoyed. Tenderly I Am Devoured, and I want to read Ava Reid. And it also says perfect fans for Ava Reid and Hannah Whitten, who I haven't read from either. Beautifully dark feminist fairy tale. So I'm keen. Do I know anything? No. Do I ever? No. And then this is where like the 6 arcs were my whoopsies, but these 3 hurt my soul in particular because they're all first books in series, and I'm trying to not. But if I get more, there's a higher chance of them coming up when I randomize them for my TBR, because I'm an idiot. But we have Spellcaster by Jamin Eve. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, my apologies. Fourth Wing meets Wednesday in a dark new adult romantasy set in the country's elite college for witches with an intense enemy to lovers arc. That was all I needed to read. There was something about necromancers briefly, and slow burn, elemental magic, dark academia. So I'm curious to dip my toe in this. I don't know how I'm gonna vibe with it. It is the first in a series, but I really like the academic setting, so I feel like this could be good because I'm not really into dragons, but I'm definitely into witches. So we'll see how we go. Then another one that I've been eyeing off is The Amber Owl by Juliet Marillier. This is the first in a duology, and I haven't read any of their work, which feels like an absolute crime. I think their most well-known series is the Seven Waters series, and Blackthorn and Grimm are 2 that I've heard of personally. And I do want to pick up their stuff. So when I saw this, I was like, okay. And this did come out in February, but I am very curious to pick it up. This is stunning, and I feel like her writing is going to be absolutely stunning. But do I know anything else? No. Am I a fucking idiot for doing this? Yes. Yes, I am. And then the last one is a very odd choice, and that is Wickedly Ever After by R.L. Fryer, and this is the first in a fairy tale romp series. I don't know what that means, but we've got witches, hexes, and big mistakes. That's all I know. I don't know why I decided to pick this up. Oh yeah, because like that looks like a coloring in page. That's amazing. And I really, really love retellings, and so I thought this would be perfect. So I might have to keep a hold of this for retelling-a-thon. I have no idea what I'm even holding. I'm just here for a good time, so I'm hoping that it's going to be fun. But with that, it's like, did I need to pick 3 first books in series that I don't know how I'm going to vibe with these? But they were there, and I'm a fucking magpie. So this is my very autumnal themed haul, which is very entertaining considering I'm heading into spring. But I'm super excited to get to all of these, which is fantastic. So let me know in the comments any acquisitions that you got in September that you're super excited to. Did you pick up Play Nice as well? I don't know. I've just been seeing it around everywhere, which is, there's these books that occasionally just get that momentum and go. But like the fact that I've picked it up, I haven't even picked up Fourth Wing for fuck's sake. Like, anyway, feel free to let me know anything you want to let me know, whether it's about these books, no spoilers please, or any of your acquisitions that you're super excited to get to that you picked up in September. I'd love to hear about it in the comments down below. And if you like this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of this fest, feel free to subscribe. I'll hopefully see you in my next video or over on my Patreon. Bye!